This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of Moore versus Moore. You all have been together for 8 years. You had one child together. You recently married the man of your dreams, knowing he was a player from back in the day. So tell us how you met and how you thought you tamed the beast.
We were working overnight and I was going to school at the same time.
Ooh.
And he was actually helping me with my studies. And I was like, okay, all right, I usually don't date younger men, but he kind of sparked my interest. If you picking my IQ, you picking my interest. So that's what he was doing. So I was like, okay, I'll give you a little taste.
Oh.
And
No, I thought you were gonna say a little time. She made that laugh real quick on me.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he said, yeah, I will.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm out here doing this, that, and the third. And I'm like, back up, because I don't play all that. So he's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm gonna be real good to you. And then on down the road, we got I can't count them all.
All the playing that went on.
Suspicions and accusations, yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you said you're a little older. You just only a few years older than him. Just a few.
But I'm, a little older and a little wiser.
But that was a play in him, right?
Yes.
Okay, but you thought you tamed this beast.
I ain't never thought I tamed him. I just thought I was gonna give him another chance.
Oh.
This is last.
This is last chance,
time.
Your Honor.
But wait a minute, hold on. Let me get some clarity. You said he told you when you start dating, hey, I'm kind of out there, and you're like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
But you still married him, so I'm thinking when you married him, you thought, okay, you gonna be right.
I know, right? Didn't I make the fool of myself?
I don't know, Mr. Moore,
Wow.
did she make a fool of herself?
No, she didn't. I've changed my ways since we got married, and for her, and technology and her insecurities and what happened maybe when I was a player is still playing a role right now in our marriage.
So, Mr. Moore, you are saying your past, technology, and her insecurities have you in this court today
Yeah.
being accused of cheating,
Yes.
and you're saying that's not true, and I'm here to prove myself innocent.
Yes. Innocent.
All right. If you find out he's cheating, what are you going to do?
There's his bags. Here's my divorce papers. Where's the ink pen?
So that makes it pretty clear. I mean, got his bags back.
Okay.
So, Mr. Moore, you understand what's at stake today?
Is
I
that
do.
really your suitcase?
That's our suitcase.
Oh.
He keep my clothes too.
Our
I'm sure he got
suitcase.
somebody that can wear them.
So you understand what's at stake today?
Yeah.
You know what she means.
And
And you know she means business.
I say, what would you do if your wife has ripped up one of your marriage license?
I would say that's a real
Yes.
time because she
told
thinks
her.
you're cheating, and that's what we're here to determine.
Yeah.
Are you cheating? And
No.
you say you're not.
No.
That's what he always
No,
say.
sir.
That's the same. He got
All right.
the same story every time. I ain't doing nothing. But you was messing around with somebody for over a year and a half, but you wasn't doing nothing then. Okay.
Well, so we've gone from engaging your mind to cheating allegations. Why do you think he's cheating?
Because of the GPS.
Okay, you GPS his phone?
Yes.
Okay, why did you GPS his phone?
Because that's what we agreed to when we got back together. He's like, you can do this, 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 and this to show that I'm not cheating anymore.
So to
And I-
prove to you that he wasn't cheating, you GPS his phone.
Yes.
And so you checked the GPS.
Yes.
But something made you be suspicious.
Yeah, I was at work and I had got home off a break and I called him. And the phone, he wasn't picking up the phone. And I'm like,
And
why you ain't picking up?
Your
And you
Honor, may I speak?
hold on. You submitted an exhibit regarding this GPS.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's take a look at it.
all right, so that's your house at the top of the exhibit, right?
Yes.
And he told you he was going to a family member's house, right?
Yes.
And so this is the route you would take to the family member's house.
Yes.
That's where you thought he was.
Yes.
But then you GPS'd him.
Yes.
And then what did you find?
He was next door.
And so where we see that red flash, that's the GPS pinging at the neighbor's house.
Yes.
Okay, so he's at his family member's neighbor's house. So what?
A person he say he don't know, don't have nothing to do with, what you doing over there? What the problem is? He don't know.
Can I?
Okay,
you-
so
can I-
hold on, wait. So is this neighbor a woman? Like
There's a
it could be.
couple women that live there. Yes.
Has he ever been involved with these women?
I wouldn't know. I mean, I can't check everything.
Okay, but you just know it's two women
I
that
can only check so much. You know, you can't tell everybody that he messed with, so, you know, I just got to go with my gut.
And you think he may be involved with them?
Yes.
Because I was going to say, I mean, they could have gone next door to watch football. It was a fella's house, so that's why I was getting clarity.
Yeah,
What would be wrong with going next door to the neighbor's house? It could have been Mr. Moore and his family member going to a neighbor's house. It could have been 5 or 6 people there.
I understand that. But what her concern is he's next door instead of at the family members with these two women. I don't make the news, I just report it. So that's what's going on. Mr. Moore, were you at the lady's house next door?
No, I was at the family member's house.
Well, how do you explain it pinging at the house next door?
It wasn't pinging at the house next door. It was really pinging.
I screenshot for him.
Hold on, 3 houses down, to be exact.
Were you 3 doors down from
No,
your
I
family
was at the family member's house, my family member's house the whole entire time.
Do you know who
visiting.
lives 3 doors down?
No. I had the phone charging in the vehicle. That's why I wasn't able to pick up the phone. But I looked and knew that she took lunch around 8 o'clock, so I called her back at like 8:15.
You didn't call me till 8:30.
So were you in the car?
No, I was inside.
So how you charging your phone in the car if the car is not on, you're not in the car?
It doesn't have to be on to be charging.
The only way the lighter works is if the car's on.
No, it works without, not all the time. That's not true. My truck is the same way.
But why wouldn't
And
you
like
take it in?
2000
Why wouldn't you take the phone in the house with you where everybody has a charger? You may not have one of your own, but everyone has a charger. I mean, come on. You can't go to somebody's
They were using their chargers.
All right.
Everybody
all right.
line up.
You said that's not it. Tell me what else you got.
He'll be sitting up there talking to his friend Cavante on the telephone. And when we first got back together, he would talk to Cavante right there in front of me. Now, all of a sudden, because Cavante is relaying messages, oh, I don't have good reception in here, babe. I got to go outside. I'm like, you ain't got good reception in here no more? You just had good reception when you was on the phone with your mama, but now you're on the phone with him, you ain't got good reception. Okay, now come on.
So
I'm going to let you have that one.
You gonna let me have that one?
I'm going to let you have that
Thank you, I appreciate that. All right, so you make it sound like this was a change. Like he used to be able to talk to Cavante in front of you, and now all of a sudden he's got to leave.
Because
when
he back
talks
to them
Cavante.
same old ways that got him
Is
put
that-
out the first time.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And not only that, it sounds like you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like you're saying the only person he seems to have this reception problem with is his best friend,
No.
Cavante.
Yes.
No, not
Yes.
true.
So what do you think
Not
he and
true.
Cavante are talking about?
Not
His
true.
co-worker that he was messing around with up there for a year and a half.
Not
Yes.
true.
So you think Cavante is helping set up meetings and so it's like the bird is landed, go to the nest.
Yes.
The bird is landed, go to the nest.
Exactly, there you go.
We need to know why you gotta run outside and talk to Cavante.
She knows that our signal is bad, and if you have someone in the background talking while you're talking, I leave the room because when I speak, she's sitting in the background talking as well while I'm trying to hold a conversation.
I can't believe that
You
happened.
can't believe that.
Right?
What?
No, I'm being funny.
Miss
And-
Moore,
Miss Moore is trying to talk over
And-
you.
let's take this a step further. Okay, you got to go outside and you got to talk to Cavante because the signal's bad. While you're outside, is he relaying messages to you about other women?
No, sir.
Is he running interference for you in any way so you can
No.
be with other women?
No, Your Honor. No,
Oh,
sir.
now
You sure?
I was outside while he
Positive.
was on the phone. I heard him say repeatedly, yes, she told me. Yes, she told me. I said, so who was she? Oh, you didn't hear me say that.
All right. Well, Mr. Cavante submitted a statement to the court, and we would like to bring that up so we can share it and put it in the court record. It says, Dear Judge Keith and Dana Cutler, that's us.
That's us.
I would like to go on record to say that I am not helping J. Rick Moore cheat. I have witnessed him change as a man, and I know for a fact that he is not cheating on his wife. I also have never been the middleman between him and any woman. He is a changed man. Thank you. Statement from Cavante Finch. That's your buddy?
Yes, that's my
Yes.
co-worker.
Co-worker? How long y'all been friends?
Since he was
About-
working at
Hold on.
Can I-
He can answer.
Answer.
Thank you. About 4 years.
About 4 years?
My keen judge sense is telling me you don't believe that.
No.
And
Not at all.
No,
Can I speak?
No. Hold on to me. Hold up. Hold up.
Oh.
So I had to pick him up from work one day. So, because our other vehicle was down. Well, I'm sitting in the truck, and this car pulls up, and our windows are tinted. So the person in the car is just staring. And I'm like, can I help you? And she said, oh, no.
What does it have to do with me? Exactly what I
Okay,
want to
so
know.
why do you think that this is evidence that supports Mr. Morris cheating?
Because of how the woman's behavior was. The woman's behavior just by staring at me. First, she was just staring at the car, but when I got out, she wasn't expecting me to get out because everybody at that job knows what his vehicle looks like.
So what did you do then?
I waited till he got out.
Excuse me,
And I
Your
asked him
Honor,
whose car it was,
I'ma
and he
get
told
you-
me whose it was. I said, oh, okay. Well, let me write this note real quick.
Okay, tell me exactly what the note said.
I'm gonna tell you, y'all.
Okay, all right.
I told the lady, and I told her, I said, so I guess this is your car. He told me this is your car. So I'm the wife. So let me let you know, I already know about the other chick he was messing around with for a year and a half. So I guess you the new flavor of the month. So just to let you know, if y'all have anything going on, there's no hard feelings. I gave him the year that I told him I was gonna give him, and you more than welcome to have him.
Okay, wait a minute. You park, lady parks next to you. She's looking at you, and the next thing is you leave her a note saying you the flavor of the month?
Yeah.
You made that leap?
When I say to you that this woman was staring me down, I'm talking about aggressively staring me down. And I'm like, hey, because I'm on the phone, and I'm like, can I help you? Do I know you? And she's like, oh, no.
Okay, Mr. Moore, after your wife left the note on the car, what happened?
My supervisor came, called me in the office, of course, and pretty much banned her from the property, and also said that...
Banned your wife from the property?
Yes, until the situation was handled, and told me she left the note on the wrong woman's vehicle, and jeopardized my job, yes.
So it sounds like to me, love, while we don't have hard evidence, we got enough circumstantial evidence to go to the next level. And so what we got is she believes he's back to his old ways. And for these reasons, Miss Moore believes that Mr. Moore is cheating. She has packed his bag, so it's not a question of where this is headed if she finds out he is cheating. And this whole marriage is on the line.
For all these reasons, the court will call former military interrogator Lena Cisco to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please show Ms. Cisco in. Ms. Cisco, how are you this afternoon?
I am well, Your Honor. How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good.
Would you state your credentials, please, for the court?
Yes, Your Honor. I am a former military interrogator. I am certified by the Department of Defense, and shortly after 9/11, I deployed to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, where I interrogated members of Al-Qaeda and Taliban. And since that time, I have been training government agency personnel, military personnel, and law enforcement in interrogation and interviewing techniques.
All right. Ms. Cisco, would you tell us what you did in this case?
Yes, Your Honor. So I had the accused write a witness statement, and I went through it and analyzed that statement for any indicators of truthfulness or deception. And with that, I also studied their case file. I put together an interrogation plan, and I interrogated Mr. Moore to see if he was cheating on his wife.
Based on your interrogation, do you believe Mr. Moore is cheating on Mrs. Moore?
So although he said no, he did have this smile on his face. And so we call that duper's delight. And sometimes that smile can indicate I'm getting away with something. So I asked Mr. Moore, why are you smiling when you answered this? And he said, because you're smiling. So it could be that he was mirroring my facial expression of emotion. Aside from that, however, I do not believe that he has cheated on his wife since January 2018. However, I am not completely satisfied that the coworker is completely out of the picture, because Mr. Moore made a statement to me during the interview, and I'm going to say it and quote him, "I'm down to 2 women." So that's a present tense statement, and what I expected to hear was, I'm down to 1 woman, my wife.
No, key to
So
that.
I need an ink pen.
Okay. Oh, I said...
Mr. Moore, hold on, Ms. Moore. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Mr. Moore, you're down to 2 women.
No, and now the coworker is gone, so now I'm down to 1, is what I said.
So here's my question. Do you believe he is cheating based on everything that you heard through your process?
No, I don't believe he's cheating on her.
Not since January 2018.
Okay. If you stay with him, I would say that you absolutely need some counseling to deal with all of the things that you're bringing to the table.
Yes.
And Mr. Moore, here's the unfortunate position that you're in. This woman, if you want to be with her, you've got to show her and overshow her and double show her and triple show her that you are a changed man.
You all have been together about 16 months, and you met at a skating rink, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell me why you brought your girlfriend to this court?
To know that she is not cheating on me with her ex-boyfriend.
Now, does it bother you that she's cheating or that she's cheating with her ex-boyfriend potentially?
With her ex-boyfriend.
Tell me about that.
She is leaving in August, and I don't trust her here, so I won't be able to trust her whenever she's almost 2 hours away.
So what has that lack of trust done to your relationship?
It's tearing it apart.
All right, Ms. Bishop, what are you here to prove today?
I want to prove to my girlfriend that I am not cheating on her with my ex-boyfriend, and I want to get her trust back because she doesn't trust me.
So what does this feel like knowing that your girlfriend does not trust you?
Makes me feel really bad.
If you find out that Miss Bishop is cheating with her ex-boyfriend, are you all done?
I mean, I don't want to be with somebody who lies or cheats because I've been cheated on in past relationships and it hurt a lot. So I want this one to last forever.
So you're in love?
Yes, Your Honor.
What does that feel like?
You can't really, you don't really know how to explain it. It kind of just happens.
Are there butterflies involved?
Yes, very much so.
All right. You remember?
I remember.
All right. Now, interestingly, I have to share this with you. Me and Mr. Cutler met at a skating rink.
Wow.
He can really skate. I can't skate at all.
So what is your girlfriend doing to make you feel like she's cheating?
In the beginning, she was really distant, and when we would talk, it would just be short. Like, she would just be like, yeah, okay, or yup. I kind of got suspicious, but I didn't really think anything of it. You know, we had just gotten together. But then she texted me and told me that we needed to talk.
Oh, nothing good ever follows. We need to talk.
Yeah, nothing.
All right, so just from short conversations, you got suspicious?
Yeah, because it was different. When we first met, we were really good friends, and we would talk all the time, all day long, have really deep conversations. We would hang out all the time, and then all of a sudden, it just stopped. When she said that she needed to talk, she said she had did something that she regretted.
So when she said she did something she regretted, what is it that she said to you?
She told me that she had cheated on me and kissed her ex-boyfriend.
Okay, so y'all a week in and you already kissing your ex? Really?
Yes.
How did that happen?
I went over to my friend's house, and we were just all hanging out, and usually before I go over there, I ask if he's there, because his friends are my friends since high school. And we were all just hanging out, and he appeared, and I just acted like he wasn't even there. And then we were just like sitting there and like talking like normal friends, like, hey, how's school going? And how's your day?
And this is you talking to your ex?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just talking as friends. And then, you know how you get like, you're just like looking at somebody into their eyes and they connect a connection and you just feel that
like
way?
Like this?
Yes.
All right.
And then I just felt like that connection was still there. Like I wasn't sure. And then we just like kissed. It wasn't like making out. It was just like a 2-second like, and then I just went to bed and then he put his arm around me and then we cuddled and then
wait. Where did the kiss take place?
We were just sitting there.
Okay, and then you went to bed?
Yeah.
And he cuddled with you?
Yeah.
Did anything else happen in that bed?
No.
All right. How did you find out about this, Miss Fancherv?
She told me.
And how did you feel when she told you this?
I was really hurt and upset because I had worked so hard for so long to get her and get her to feel the same way that I felt.
All right, so you were falling in love.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Bishop, were you falling in love with Ms. Fancher?
I wasn't in love, but I really liked her and I loved her, but I wasn't in love
There's a difference.
at the moment.
Are you in love now
Yes.
with Ms. Fancher?
Yes.
I see you have on a ring on your ring finger.
Oh, yeah. This is a promise ring that she bought me, and I got her one too. It's
Do you have yours on?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're hoping to get married one day?
Yes.
All right. Miss Fancher, why do you believe something else has happened?
Just recently, I was getting ready for work in the morning and her phone went off. Whenever her phone goes off, I usually check it, and it was just an unknown number. It was just the number and the message.
Okay.
And it said, "Hey, my first love," with a bunch of hearts.
Miss Bishop?
Yeah,
Did
who was this from?
It was my ex-boyfriend.
So, but you were honest with her. You told her right then, this is who that is.
Yes.
All right, so had you been engaging in conversation with him?
No.
Did you return the text message?
No, I did not.
So he just reached out to you out of the blue?
Yes.
When was the last time before that you had contact with your ex-boyfriend?
It was a couple months before then, but I told him that I didn't want to speak to him anymore.
Miss Fancher, how did you feel about that?
I was extremely mad because I thought that she had completely stopped talking to him after the first incident. We both got on her phone, and I made sure that she blocked his phone number and all of his social media. The only way his number would have been in there is if she purposely unblocked it.
Miss Bishop, how in the world, if you blocked him, he's back on your phone? Tell me about how that happened.
My family, they still talk to him to this day, even though that I don't want them to. And I was with him for so long, so I thought that it would be okay to be friends.
Did you tell Miss Fancher that you had unblocked him?
No.
Because you knew that she wouldn't like it, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so Ms. Fancher, was this the last time that you caught them communicating?
Yes.
And so as far as you know, there's been no communication between them?
As far as I'm concerned, yes.
What did you do when you found out?
I took her phone and I texted him off of her phone, telling him to leave her alone, that he had no business talking to her. And then I put his number in my phone and left for work and texted him pretty much saying the same thing. And he came up with a bunch of different stories to tell me that they had been talking for months, that he took her to a Halloween shop in the middle of December, and that her car was broke down and she was stranded in the middle of the highway, and if it wasn't for him to fix her car, she wouldn't even have it.
Did this happen? Have you been in contact with him the last few months?
No, Your Honor.
Did he fix your car?
No, I had my grandpa's van for 2 months because my car had been broken down. But I did not go to a Halloween costume in December. I went in November with my friend, but he did not go.
So why is your ex-boyfriend telling Ms. Fancher that he's having constant contact with you?
Because he still wants to be with me.
And have you given them the impression that you want to be with him?
No.
But you're still in communication with him.
Well, when I talk to him as a friend way, which is hi, how are you? How's work? But I don't speak to him any flirty kind of way.
But
Yes,
if you're not
sure.
telling Miss Fancher, it is like you're cheating. Because you've given her the impression that you're not having any contact, friendly or otherwise. That should be a discussion that you mutually agree you were going to have contact. You should mutually agree that you're going to have contact. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, nowadays it's easy for somebody to delete text messages and hurry up and block somebody on Snapchat or Facebook or anything like that.
So are you more concerned about an emotional connection between her and her ex?
Yes.
And that can be more devastating than a sexual one.
Yes.
How do you feel about Miss Fancher going through your phone?
I mean, it kind of invades in my privacy.
Anybody can delete stuff. It's really easy. If you have to delete something, then that means you're hiding something.
Well, you're right. As we say in this courtroom, even though you delete the message, it's never gone. It's like the digital lipstick on your collar. You can never wash it away.
To help the court really get a grasp on this issue of infidelity, we wanted to talk to someone who's actually been in a relationship where there's been infidelity. And so, Ron, would you please escort into the courtroom singer, songwriter, and actor Bobby V.
Yes, Your Honor. have a seat right next to the judges up here.
Mr. Bobby V, welcome. It's good to see you.
Thank y'all for having me.
Have you ever experienced infidelity in your life?
Of course. I've cheated and been cheated on.
All right, as someone who has had a partner cheat, share with us how that feels.
You know, being cheated on, it definitely hurts a lot. But I feel like in a relationship, the first thing that you have to have is trust. You gotta know that that person that you're with is there for you. And going through somebody's phone is kind of an invasion of privacy to me.
So have you ever had girlfriends go through your phone?
Oh, totally. You know, my job is...
Wow.
I mean, my job is I sing to women on a daily basis, you know. So if I'm ever in a relationship, the phone could go off and, you know, they snooping, looking in the phone, or when I'm finished with the phone, I put it down and it might not lock all the way. Oh, look at all these girls you're talking to. Woo, 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 woo. So ultimately, somebody that's constantly going through my phone, I don't want to be with that person.
As a reformed cheater, can you peel back what that looks like when you are the cheater?
Everybody makes mistakes in life, and you have to be somebody just to be able to understand that we're all human, we all make mistakes, and to move forward.
All right. So, Ms. Bishop, are you being completely honest with Ms. Fancherv with everything regarding your phone?
Yes, I am.
All the photos?
Yes, Your Honor.
All the text messages?
Yes, Your Honor.
How about your location? You let her track your location?
She can.
So this is a relationship on the line. Young love, but true love. You're hoping to get married, but you've had this concern because she kissed her ex-boyfriend. You all put blocks on the phone so there be no contact, and at some point there is contact. And Ms. Fancherv, you believe something's wrong in your heart, and your intuition is telling you something's amiss. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you share with her how you're feeling right now?
I really do love you, and I do want to make things work, but I need just a little bit of reassurance to know that you're in this with me.
Did you hear her?
Yes.
What can you say to her at this point?
I want to tell you that I love you and that if something happens, then it always happens for a reason, but just know that I'm always here for you.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't want anything to happen between us because I want to be with her for the rest of my life, but I can't pick and choose what she does. But I want to be with her.
Have you done anything that would make her want to leave? Because she's saying she wants to be with you forever. No? You sure?
Yes.
Is there anything else that you've done that you need to tell us today so that you and Ms. Fancherv can move forward with this?
No.
All right, at this time, the court would like to call licensed private investigator Mark Henry. Ron, would you please show Mr. Henry into the courtroom? Mr. Henry, sir, how are you today?
I am well, thank you, Your Honor.
Good to see you. In connection with this case, what did you do in terms of your investigation?
We set up a situation, an associate of ours, is in a room alone with the subject in question, and they engage them in conversation, just basically get information or evidence through casual conversation.
Can we see that, please?
What, this thing right here, it goes to your settings, and then you go to your privacy, your locations. Oh no, what, yes. Right here. Find what locations. And it tells you everywhere. Oh crap. Oh my gosh. No, you're good. And it tells you everywhere you've been. That's crazy. Like everywhere, literally. It's crazy.
So, Ms. Bishop, that was you?
Yes.
Why were you showing her how to turn the location off on her phone?
No, it wasn't turning the location off. I showed her where, like, you go to your settings and it shows you where everywhere you've been.
And that's why this court also ordered a lie detector test.
Ms. Bishop was asked, since the one time you've admitted, have you had any sexual contact with your ex-boyfriend? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined she was truthful.
Ms. Fancherv, how does that make you feel?
Great. Probably more than great, actually.
But you're also concerned not only about sexual contact, but communication. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so we have another question.
Ms. Bishop was asked, since February of 2017, have you had any communication with your ex-boyfriend? What was her response to that question?
She said no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that she was truthful.
Let me let y'all have the moment.
Good job.
I think that's a good sign, Mr. Cutler.
Yeah. And so, Ms. Fancherv, what does that hug mean for you two?
That we're gonna work everything out and giving her more space and more privacy.
And Ms. Bishop, what does it mean for you? What does that hug mean after what you've been through?
It makes me feel like really happy